The ruins of Persepolis, site of the ancient kingdom of Persia. To mark the anniversary of 2,500 years of monarchy, the Shah of Iran invited world leaders to an elaborate celebration. For the Shah, the pageant was a chance to bask in the past glories of Persian culture before the time of Islam. But inside the great tents, the festivities revealed the Shah's personal preference for Western culture.
All the food and all the waiters came from France in specially chartered aircraft. It is said the personnel and the produce for the entire event filled 100 planes.
The Shah spent millions of dollars to dazzle the West with the new sophistication of his country. And in Tehran, the children of the elite were growing up with Western attitudes and tastes. But despite the trappings of Western culture, the Shah himself ruled with an iron fist, and with a huge secret police force at his beck and call. He demanded loyalty, not just of his court, but of all his people.
I can claim to have the pulse of my people really in my hand. And we have shown to each other so many times signs of complete devotion to each other that there is a very special situation today in my country.
The Shah's promotional films boasted of Iran's rapid modernization, but only a tiny, wealthy upper class prospered. The great mass of Iran's people was excluded from the Shah's vision, shunted aside to make way for a world they found baffling and offensive.
The government was goading the emotions of our youth through the media. Our singers were singing very vile and corrupt songs. All this caused the youth to be drawn towards the misfortunes of society.
The mosques offered hope for those who felt alienated and longed for the moral certainties of their past. Mullahs directed people's frustrations and resentments toward the Shah. Hadi Ghaffari preached in Tehran.
My own sermons gradually became what people wanted to hear. That the Shah's regime had created an atmosphere of repression against growing numbers of people and against Islamic teaching. So it got to the point where it became very much more political.
The mullahs rejected the values of the Shah's regime as foreign and corrupt. For spiritual guidance, they looked to a leader the Shah had banished years earlier, Ruhollah Khomeini. By the winter of 1978, an international press corps had gathered in a suburb of Paris, eager to learn more about the 76-year-old priest they called the Ayatollah.
During the 50 years of the Pahlavi dynasty and more than 30 years of the Muhammad Reza, the whole country has been destroyed. We can rebuild the
In Paris, we were able to develop access to the media, addressing the whole Muslim countries, Muslim people all over the world. Through this internationalization of the movement, a great pressure will be generated against the Shah.
The Ayatollah's staff recorded his speeches and distributed them on tape cassettes back in Iran. Mullahs then transformed the Ayatollah's messages into political action.
در تهران شایع شد و منعکس شد که مسجد الهادی به طور مشخص مسجد
It was rumored in Tehran that in the mosque of Mr. Hadi Ghaffari, my mosque, speeches were being given on Ayatollah Khomeini's directives.
درس‌های گفته میشه. خود رژیم شاه هم
Ironically, the Shah himself was helping by stationing police and armed forces around the mosque.
و چیدن نیروهای مسلح به اطراف مسجد
That itself was provoking people to come and listen.
و تحریج می‌کرد مردم